What's up guys, it's Austin with Hot Rod Heaven back with another video. A pretty rare car that you don't see a lot of, especially like this. I'm with my friend Todd here. We're gonna talk about this ride a little bit. Todd, tell me, what's the ride that we have in front of us here?
The car we have here is a 1968 AMX.
I've maybe seen one other one here in Florida, but obviously not looking like this. What kind of made you want to get this car here?
Well, I've always been into pro street cars, so I just picked up a car that I couldn't pass up. It was just a different car and had a nice look to it. I'm normally Chevy, every car that I've ever had, but this just caught my eye, and of course I had to convert it into a blower pro street car. I was addicted to blower cars already, so I had to go in that direction.
Heck yeah, and it's cool that you're part of the Outlaw Garage guys. I did Ken's car before, so it's cool to have another one of these on the channel.
Great group of guys.
Yeah, they're super cool. I really enjoyed my time doing my video with Ken. What was the condition of the car when you got it?
The car was in exceptional condition. It's been restored over 20 years by the last owner. He put his heart and soul into it before he passed away, unfortunately. It wasn't a blower car.
I mean, there's not much hood to lift up here, so let's dive into the motor a little bit.
Well, the engine we have here in this car is a small block Chevy build. It's a dart block with dart heads. It's a 383 stroker. We got a billet blower set up on it with a 4-inch riser to kind of pick it up out of the hood area, and we had to put spacers on the carburetor to lift them up so that the linkage works, but I learned a little more than needed. It's making somewhere about 1,000 horsepower as it sits. Of course, everything's adjustable. With the pulley setup you put on the blower, you can make more or less. The engine was originally built by a machine shop, and then I kind of modified it from how their build was. The carburetors we're using are the Holly Demons. They're 750 double pumpers.
I see you got the Willwood Brake Master. You also have Willwood brakes all around?
Yeah, there's a company in Sanford called Control Freaks, and it has a complete front suspension, rack and pinion steering, tubular control arms, Viking coilovers, all adjustable. It's got the Wildwood spindles, Wildwood brakes. It's a complete setup.
What about the exhaust that you're running on the car?
We're running 3.5-inch pipe with Borla mufflers. Transmission we're running is a Chevy 350. It's just a manual valve body, not reverse.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the wheels and the tire setup that you're running on. I really want to know about the back because those things are freaking huge, but let's start with the front here.
Well, the front we have the Krager Superlights, I think they're called. They're 4-inch skinnies, 15-inch rim. They're just radial tires in the front. In the back we have the 15x15 rim, and we're running a Mickey Thompson. It's a street tire, 29-inch tall, 18.5-inch wide.
It's crazy. This wheel is like bigger than my head. And it's crazy to see it when I was driving behind you to get over here. The tires just are so fat. It looks
18.5-inch wide.
Yeah, it looks so cool, dude. What about the rear end on the car?
Well, we have a 9-inch rear on the car. I just changed it from 422 down to a 373 rim to be a little more street friendly. Coilovers in the back as well. Got a 4-link suspension.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of gas mileage are you getting on this?
We are getting about 4 miles a gallon if we just cruise nice.
Yeah.
If you stomp on it, you can watch the gauge move.
Yeah, that's so funny, man.
I've got a 16-gallon fuel cell in the back.
Yeah, well, you definitely need it for sure, man. At the end of the day, it's all about the miles per gallon anyways, so that's
what it's all about. You're not worried about gas mileage on a car like this.
Exactly, man. You're building it for fun and for looks. So, well, let's talk about the interior a little bit. Man, it looks very clean in here. I love the all-black look. These seats are actually super nice. What kind of seats are you running here?
I don't know the brand name. I found them for sale on Amazon, actually.
Really?
They look like a real comfortable, nice set of seats.
Holy moly.
I picked those up.
Wow, dude, Amazon's just doing everything now. Yeah, these look really good. Did it come with AC from the factory, or did you add that in there?
This was a factory AC car, but it has an aftermarket kit.
Are those the original gauges and everything too in there?
The factory gauges are in the cluster, but I don't really use them. I have a aftermarket fuel gauge in here.
Okay.
And I've got all the digital AEM gauges that I run off of, and of course the Monster Tack.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta have that, man. That's a must. And you got a little radio in here. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to hear using that thing, but
It's in there, but I haven't hooked it up yet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see why. What's the shifter that you're running on the car?
It's a B&M ratchet shifter. I modified the center console to fit the shifter and had it reupholstered to match the seat. The door panels I actually recovered myself, and it was my first time doing it. It had actually Chevy armrests in there when I got the car, and I hunted down the original AMX style linkage for all the door locks and everything, and the correct armrests, and I put them back in the car, and I think it's much nicer than what it was.
And then tell me a little bit about the back here, because obviously with that big old tire, you're not just throwing that under the car.
Yeah, there's actually room for another 6 inches inside to go wider. But all that tubbing was done by the guy that did all the work to this car in the past. All the caging, he did all that. I've got a little more trivia for you on the car that I found out. This car is a 1968, which is the first year for this model. And this car was actually one of the first 300 built. From what I was told from the registry, that it was somewhere between the high 100s to the low 200s in production. So it was a pretty special car in its day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and it still is. Like, that's incredible, man. Yeah, well, I'm excited to get in this little piece of history and go for a ride, man. So I think we set the cameras up and go for a cruise. What do you think?
Awesome. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Like crazy. It's like a drift car. Holy crap. It's cool though. It seems like from Facebook and stuff like that, you really do drive this car a lot. You're always out in this thing.
Oh, we try to get to as many car shows as I can get involved with.
Yeah, man.
The whole group, we do a lot of driving with the cars. And a lot of people think they're just trailer queens. But we actually do drive them.
Yeah.
I go out to DeLand, I go to Longwood, Sanford.
Yeah, the Cruising Orlando shows, those guys are super cool. I really like Don, he's super nice, man. That rumble is so sick, dude. It sounds so mean. Fun car to ride in, man. This is so cool. Especially this AMX. Like, you do not see these cars like ever, man.
They only made 6,000 of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alright guys, well that does it for this video. Todd, thank you so much for letting me do this, dude.
Thank you, Wilson.
I'm so happy, man. This is like such a cool car, and to be able to film this and put this out for other people to see is really cool. So
I appreciate you considering my car.
Yeah, of course, man. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.